Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Deni Setiawan. My NPM is 244111031 from the Faculty of Economic and Business Management Program, Class 24A. In this video, I will be presenting material titled Meaning and Use of Statistics. What is statistics? Statistics is a branch of applied mathematics that systematically studies how to collect, process, analyze, and interpret data. Statistic is more than just numbers. Statistic is a scientific method for making objective and structured decisions based on evidence derived from data. Statistic science versus statistic data. Statistics or statistica is the science that processes data, and meanwhile statistics or statistic is the data itself, such as number or summarized calculation result. A brief history of statistics from Texas to modern science. Ancient times, used by Mesopotamian, Egyptian, and ancient Chinese civilization to record harvest, conduct census, and collect taxes. Second, ancient Greece, Aristotle used comparative data to describe the condition of 158 states, demonstrating an early use of comprehensive data. Third, 8th century, the term statistics from Latin, which means status or state, was introduced by German philosopher Gottfried Anchenwald, referring to state data. And less in the modern era, Carl Person, Ronald Fisher, and William Gasset, as a student, developed the framework for modern inferential statistic and hypothesis testing. Understanding the two main pillars of statistics. First, descriptive statistics. Methods for describing and presenting data in an easily understandable way without making generalized calculation, mean, median, mode, percentiles. And visualization is tables, bar charts, pie charts, and histograms. Second, inferential statistic is method for making conclusion, prediction, or decision about a population based on an analysis of a sample of data. Methods is hypothesis testing, regression analysis, correlation analysis, and analysis of variance or ANOVA. Objective is to test the relationship between variables or predict future outcomes. 5 key functions of statistics. Statistics transform raw data sets into actionable insights. First, decision making provides an objective and accurate basis for choosing the best option among various alternatives. Second, data presentation summarizes complex data into concise and visual forms, such as graphs or tables, for effective communication. Third, pattern identification help discover trends, relationships, and anomalies in data that are not visible to the naked eye. Fourth, research validation provides a valid analytical tools to test hypotheses and prove scientific theories. And the last is information simplification. Reduce large volume of data or big data into meaningful key information. Statistic in action, everyday examples. First, customer satisfaction survey. Companies use statistical data, for example, like average NPS scores, to measure success in improved product or services. Second, budget planning. Families calculate average expenses and projected income to ensure financial stability. And the third, weather forecasting. Meteorologists analyze historical data and statistical model to predict the likelihood of rain, temperature, and wind speed. And the fourth, election quick counts. Using a representative sample of sorry, using a representative sample of votes to quickly predict final election result with a certain level of confidence. Macro impact statistic for nation and science. Scientific research. Statistic is at the heart of research methodology. It is used to test hypotheses, determine the significance of findings, and ensure the validity of relationship between variables such as effectiveness of new drugs. Second, government policy. Government use a statistic to conduct population censuses. This crucial census data forms the basis to development planning, regional budget allocation, and the formulation of national social economic policies. And the last is economic development. Micro indicators such as inflation, GDP, and unemployment rates are calculated using statistical principles. This guides central banks and ministers in managing of the nation's economy. Conclusion. Why is statistic is important? First is for understanding the world. Statistics provides a lens to interpret and understanding the complexity of the world around us through objective measurement and analysis. Second, better decision is the primal tool that transforms intuition into measured and strategic decision, whether in business, science, or personal life. And the life is measuring evidence. Measure statistics to turn data into useful information and become a smart, evidence-based decision maker. Well, that concludes my presentation. If there were any mistakes, I sincerely apologize and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.